Was Windows 7 really that good? Let's find out. Windows 7 is a version of Microsoft's Windows operating system, released to manufacturing in July 2009, and later released to the general public in October 2009. It is the successor to Windows Vista, released in November 2006 for RTM, and January 2007 for consumers. Vista was not well received. Many reported it to be buggy, slow and unresponsive, and even on compatible machines, the quality of Vista was not good, so this led to many either staying on XP, or waiting to upgrade to Vista when it became more stable and reliable. Windows Vista was a major overhaul to Windows. It had a completely redesigned user interface, had better built-in protection and security features such as user account control, and it was offered in quite a few editions, ranging from Home Premium to Ultimate, Professional, Enterprise, and Starter. Vista was offered in more editions than any other Windows release before and after it. However, Vista's bad reputation had permanently damaged this OS, even by 2009. Before the release of Windows 7, Vista was still not widely used, so Microsoft had to rush out a new and improved release which would serve their users better. Meet Windows 7, the OS that promises stability, reliability, and robustness, very similar to its predecessor, 7 Island, an improvement over Vista as it introduced stability fixes, and hardware was better compatible with it than it was with Vista. Hardware vendors and developers had time to appropriately develop and release the drivers for Windows 7, which helped it gain its positive connotation. Windows 7 was very well received. Many said it was the new XP of their time, and they were certainly not wrong. Like XP, 7 had given the user a pleasant and reliable OS to use, which is far more than what you can say with Windows 10 or 11. These are more like services, not operating systems, and Windows really is a service nowadays, so you're forced into using Microsoft services and products whether you like it or not. Windows 7 was great for its time, but it has since been replaced by newer releases of Windows. Windows 10 was a massive success compared to Windows 8 and 8.1, and 11 seems to be a flop so far, not doing real good for Microsoft, so there are definitely versions which are better than others, but to say that there is a definitive good-bad release is somewhat subjective, if not entirely subjective. This really depends on how you thought about the OS back in the day, so if you thought it was good, you would say it was good, but if you disliked it, which some people did, then obviously you won't be praising or talking positively about the OS. Windows 7 lost mainstream support in January 2015, and extended support, excluding the Extended Security Program, ended in January 2020. The ESU program was provided to enterprise and business users, but this has also since expired, so Windows 7 is no longer a safe or secure OS to use. Microsoft and computer professionals recommends you upgrade to Windows 10 if you're still using Windows 7, and it's for the added benefit of security patches, bug fixes, and improvements and updates. Windows 10 will see extended support cease on October 14, 2025, so you still have plenty of time before you will need to upgrade to a newer version of Windows, or if you want to consider paying for Windows 10 Extended Security Updates program, you can do that as well, but it will be very costly and the price will double each year, and for a total of 3 years, it's probably not worth the high price. So we could also see a rising number of registry hacks that allow Windows 10 users to get this extended support entirely free of cost. We saw the same thing happen with Windows 7 and XP. Some did not want to pay the insanely expensive fees to keep their system up to date, so they had to find a way to get them for free, in order to stay up to date. But many popular programs and apps no longer work on, or officially support Windows 7. Steam, Audacity, and Google Chrome are just a few popular apps that no longer support Windows 7. Many more will drop support in the coming years. So, was Windows 7 really that good? Yes, indeed it was a good OS, but it was really a Windows Vista 2.0 rather than an entirely new release, Its appearance and features are so similar that many could not tell the difference aside from some slight aesthetic changes, so Windows 7 will go down in memory lane as one of the greatest versions of all time. However, some hated it and really did not think much of it. Some also thought that was a small improvement to what they had previously released, and had of Microsoft gotten it right with Windows Vista the first time round, we probably would have never seen a Windows 7 being rushed out only 2 years down the track from Vista's initial release. But Microsoft's OS is substandard garbage that is unfortunately the dominant and controlling OS that it is. You're forced to use it because many apps and programs only work on Windows. Linux and Mac are not an option for most people. Anyway, that will do it for this video, folks. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next video. Bye for now.